This week, victims of the Uvalde, Texas school massacre are laid to rest as more questions arise about law enforcement's delayed response.
Plus, a closer look at lawmakers' continued efforts to find common ground on gun laws and gun violence prevention.
And a reminder to practice safe distances on our roads. Dramatic video from South Carolina showing a vehicle running over a motorcyclist.
Also, cities can now use private money to help them run elections. How that decision could impact future elections.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Thanks for joining us. Today marks the first day of Pride Month, and for the first time ever, the Progress Pride flag is flying over the state capitol.
The flag is a variation of the Pride flag representing LGBTQ+ people of color, those who identify as transgender, and those who are living with or have lost their life to AIDS. Governor Evers and other local and state leaders gathered with LGBTQ+ activists to kick off the state's 4th annual Pride celebration. During his remarks, the governor said his administration has worked hard for Wisconsin's long tradition of advancing equity, expanding employment protections, including gender identity and gender-neutral language in state statutes.
Some of these things were rejected by Republicans in the legislature, and based on what we see here and in states across our country as we kick off Pride Month 2020, we are doing so knowing we have a heck of a lot of work yet to do.
The Pride flag is also being flown at Madison City Hall building. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway raised the flag herself this morning. She is Madison's first openly gay mayor and has been with her partner since 2009. Rhodes Conway was happy to talk about another key issue to her, this one connected to elections, both past and future.
A Dane County judge ruled this morning that cities can use private money to help them run elections. Political reporter Will Keneally has more on how that ruling will impact future elections. Will?
So during the 2020 election, cities across Wisconsin received funding from a nonprofit affiliated with Mark Zuckerberg. The first batch of this funding went to the state's largest and bluest cities. Conservatives argued that allowed unfair backing of Democrats, but Judge Stephen Elke said today that there is nothing in state law that prohibits using money in this way. And Mayor Rhodes Conway says clerks were using it to simply do their jobs during the pandemic.
It is very clear that it is the job of a clerk's office to facilitate an election, and that there's nothing wrong with doing that in a way that's safe, and there's nothing wrong with applying for grant dollars to do that.
The mayor says that even though this ruling means Madison can use those funds, she does not expect to do so for this year's elections. She says that funds from 2020 were largely used for pandemic-specific expenses. Republicans in the legislature passed a bill to outlaw using private funds in this way, but the governor vetoed that bill earlier this year.
All right, Will, thank you. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio. A beautiful day, Gary.
Certainly is. Humidity levels are down, temperatures are comfortable, and the next couple of days should be very similar to this. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. You can see that we have lots of sunshine across Wisconsin. There are some clouds developing out to the west into Minnesota and Iowa, and it's possible we could see a sprinkle of rain out of that at some point tonight, but you can see just how widely scattered the showers are. They're very light. Most people will probably stay dry, and right now nothing is imminent across southern Wisconsin. Low temperatures this morning, a little more in line with what we'd expect for this time of year. 57, the overnight low in Madison. Janesville only dropped to 61. Milwaukee's 76. Milwaukee's set a record warm low temperature for yesterday. High temperatures so far today, lower to middle 70s from Madison to the south and east. A little cooler, around 70 up to the north, and right now temperatures are in the lower 70s to upper 60s across all of southern Wisconsin. By tomorrow morning, look for any threat for showers to end. Temperatures will be down into the lower 50s. And then for tomorrow, look for skies to be mostly sunny or high temperature topping out at 73 degrees. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes some rain as we head toward the weekend.
Gary, thank you. Mourners gathered at a church in Uvalde, Texas twice today to say goodbye to a student and teacher killed in last week's elementary school shooting.
The husband of that teacher was also laid to rest today after suffering a fatal heart attack just days after the attack. Their twin caskets were carried into Sacred Heart Catholic Church, one after the other. Joe and Irma Garcia leave behind 4 children, the youngest in 7th grade. Also laid to rest today, 10-year-old Jose Flores, whose family says he wanted to be a police officer someday. The Uvalde community is not just struggling with grief. There is also enormous frustration over the lack of clear answers about what happened that day.
Reports are emerging about the Uvalde School District police chief who may not be fully cooperating with the investigation now. Gloria Pasmino has the latest.
I just told my class, get on the ground, get on the ground, get to the corner.
Harrowing details of survival and questions. Days after a gunman entered the Robb Elementary School and opened fire inside 2 adjoining classrooms, killing 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas, contradictions and shifting narratives continue to emerge about law enforcement's response. Pedro Arredondo, the Uvalde School's police chief who led the flawed law enforcement response, seen here for the first time. According to the Department of Public Safety, Arredondo has not responded to a request for a follow-up interview with the Texas Rangers. Arredondo will only say they are talking.
I've been on the phone with them every day.
And DPS now saying the door the shooter used to enter the school was closed but not locked. That's a change from last week, when the department first said the door had been propped open by a teacher. While victims and survivors demand answers, families mourn.
I believe that Alithia would want us to be strong and that she's in a better place.
Funeral services will be held Wednesday for 10-year-old Jose Flores Jr. and Irma Garcia, one of the teachers who was killed, and her husband, who died from a heart attack days later. Visitation and rosary services will be held for Naivea Bravo, Jace Luevanos, and Jayla Nicole Silguero, all of them 10 years old. In New York, I'm Gloria Pasmino reporting.
The governor of Texas sent a letter Wednesday requesting special legislative committees to examine school safety, firearm safety, police training, and other issues. Meanwhile, the school district says students and staff will not be returning to the Robb Elementary School campus. And as we learn new information about the Texas shooting, you can be the first to know. Follow the latest details at channel3000.com and on our News 3 Now apps.
A grand jury has charged the 18-year-old gunman accused of fatally shooting 10 people at a Buffalo supermarket with domestic terrorism motivated by hate. He is also charged with 10 counts of first-degree murder. The teen is scheduled to be arraigned tomorrow. Federal authorities are also investigating the possibility of hate crime charges against the suspect, who they say detailed his plans and racist motivation in hundreds of pages of writings online. They say the teen also live-streamed the attack. Meanwhile, renewed efforts continue as some lawmakers in Congress work to find common ground on gun control legislation and gun violence prevention. Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy convened a small group of colleagues from both sides to discuss background checks, red flag laws, safe gun storage, and school security. Their proposals would still face a tough road in the Senate, where Republican leaders do not agree that guns are to blame.
I can't guarantee you that there will be a compromise, but I think we will know one way or the other, by next week.
The House Judiciary Committee is expected to meet Thursday to consider a gun legislation package, which would, among other things, raise the age for purchasing a semi-automatic centerfire rifle from 18 to 21 years old. While the Protecting Our Kids Act would likely pass the Democratic-led House, it is unlikely to get the 60 votes needed in the evenly divided Senate.
New at 5 video captures the dramatic moments and rescue efforts of a motorcyclist who became trapped under a vehicle that ran him over. Take a look. This happened in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You can see a vehicle following too closely behind 2 motorcyclists, somehow running one over. A woman knocked off the bike, but a man became trapped underneath the vehicle. As police show up, more than a dozen onlookers rushed to help, moving the car so the man could be pulled out. Police say the man and woman were treated for only minor injuries. It's unclear if the driver will face any charges. The White House announcing new steps for getting more infant formula into stores. The rush to increase supply has put the spotlight on an industry newcomer. More from Skylar Henry in Washington, D.C.
More relief is on the way from overseas on the heels of 2 deliveries from Europe. The Biden administration announced shipments of baby formula will arrive from Australia this month, amounting to 4.5 million bottles. Another 3.5 million will arrive from the UK. Those shipments will help ease the shortage across the nation, including in Dearborn, Michigan, where the city hosted an emergency distribution.
They are providing formula to as many families as possible.
A product tracking company says by late May, the out-of-stock rate had hit nearly 70% nationwide. Congress has scrambled to address the problem, both investigating how it got to this point and pushing for more funding for the FDA for its oversight of the formula industry.
There's nothing more stressful than the feeling you can't get what your child needs.
At the White House, President Biden led a virtual roundtable of executives from leading formula manufacturers. That included the startup ByHeart, which just received a $1.75 million commitment from Pennsylvania's governor to help it expand among the handful of companies that now dominate the U.S. market.
When we launched just now in March of this year, we became one of just 5 infant formula manufacturers in this country.
Notably absent from the White House meeting was Abbott Nutrition. The company has been at the center of the crisis since its Michigan plant shut down over safety concerns earlier this year. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Washington.
A teen accused of crashing a stolen vehicle on the Beltline in March appeared in court today. 18-year-old Avian Howard is facing a felony charge of driving a vehicle without consent and 1 misdemeanor of resisting an officer. In March, police received a report of a stolen vehicle in Sun Prairie. Officers used the vehicle's tracking system to follow it until it crashed on the eastbound Beltline near the Yahara River Bridge. The court entered a not guilty plea on Howard's behalf.
Madison Public School Foundation, with the support of Bucks player, former Madison Memorial High School standout Wes Matthews, launching a new initiative to make it easier for students to get active. Play Every Day will provide funds to support MMSD, allowing teachers to replace outdated Phi-Ed and recess equipment and help students cover participation fees. Well, Matthews has already given the program an initial $50,000 gift and will also match up to $50,000 in additional donations from the community. And next at 5, a beautiful Wednesday in southern Wisconsin. That might change this weekend. Gary will have your latest forecast.
Plus, a new study shows more and more people are suffering from lingering COVID symptoms. We'll have details on that after the break. And later, a special training day for law enforcement canines in Jefferson County. An inside look at what makes the program so unique. That's coming up at 6.
And on Wall Street, the market's closing down across the board with the Dow off more than 176 points. The Nasdaq falls 87, S&P down 31. And we'll be right back.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Hey, this one's free. Car in front of you pay for it.
The best things in life are free.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Just wait till she hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation?
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest until 2024. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
Summer's here, and it's time to refresh your space, indoor or out. Get an incredible 25% off Slumberland low prices during our huge memorial sale at Slumberland. Explore our comfortable living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, patio, and more. Pay no interest for 5 years and get free doorstep shipping. Are you sleeping in pain but dread mattress shopping? Come to Slumberland, where each bed is rated for back support and softness. It takes all the guesswork out of finding your perfect bed.
Tonight at 6, a circuit court judge says it's okay to use private funds for elections after repeated claims of voter fraud in 2020. How will this impact future elections?
And a groundbreaking for a new VA clinic. We'll tell you where tonight at 6.
Need to know what the traffic is like before you hit the road? Get the Channel 3000 app now, and I'll tell you where the trouble spots are and how to get around them. The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
A jury in Virginia has found both actor Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard liable for defamation in their lawsuits against each other. Depp sued Heard for defamation over a 2018 op-ed that she wrote for the Washington Post, in which she described herself as, quote, a public figure representing domestic abuse. Depp was not named in that article, but he claims it cost him acting roles. After weeks of shocking testimony, the jury found both of the exes defamed each other. Depp was awarded $15 million. Heard was awarded $2 million. The CDC is appealing a district court decision to end the travel mask mandate. The mandate was struck down in April, preventing the federal government from implementing it nationwide. The CDC argues that masks are an effective way to prevent the spread of communicable disease. It also defended its authority to issue the mandate, pointing to mandates that have been upheld by the Supreme Court.
Between 10 and 30% of patients who recover from COVID can suffer long-term symptoms. And now new research shows even those vaccinated with mild cases can experience lingering symptoms that affect the heart, brain, and other major organs. Stephanie Stahl has more.
Sam Nordell was vaccinated and boosted when she got COVID-19 in January. Now, the previously healthy 47-year-old working mom suffers from long COVID.
Severe migraine headaches that were so debilitating. I have such sensitivity to sound that I have to wear noise-canceling headphones. I have the fast heart rate.
People vaccinated for COVID-19 who have mild infections can still experience lingering, crippling symptoms, according to new research in Nature Medicine. The study of more than 13 million veterans found vaccination reduced the risk of long COVID by 15%, compared with unvaccinated patients infected with the virus.
That's really a very small, modest reduction.
Dr. Zayad Al-Ali at Washington University authored the study.
Now that we know that COVID-19 can result in long-term consequences, even among the vaccinated, it's upon us to develop additional tools, additional therapeutics.
The study found vaccination reduced risk of death by 34%, and the vaccines were most effective at preventing long COVID, lung, and blood clotting disorders.
I'm being treated symptom by symptom to try to find ways to make the pain or the symptoms manageable.
Nordell just applied for full disability.
I've been coming to terms with the idea that I will never be the same. But my hope for the future is that when I come out on the other side of this, that I will be able to help other people.
And to let them know they're not alone. Stephanie Stahl, CBS News, Philadelphia.
And the study also found immunocompromised patients who were vaccinated and got COVID-19 had higher risks for long COVID. The data used for the study did not include information about whether patients had received booster doses.
To weather now, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Here's Gary with the details.
Cold front came through last night and the weather has turned refreshingly cool. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for sunny skies for tomorrow and Friday. An outside chance for a shower tonight. There's a little weather system that'll pass by late this evening into early overnight hours, but otherwise look for sunny skies for tomorrow and Friday. Then as we head into the weekend, some scattered showers and thunderstorms beginning Saturday afternoon into Sunday. And next week, look for shower chances all week. Now, it's not going to be a continuous rain. There'll be plenty of dry hours in there as well, but between the clouds and the showers, temperatures are going to stay below normal, highs in the lower 70s. Looking longer term, the Climate Prediction Center outlook for the month of June is calling for below normal temperatures for the northern part of the United States, and a lot of this will be over the next couple of weeks. Temperatures are expected expected to be below normal through the end of next week. That's about the first third of the month already, but above normal temperatures expected in the southern and eastern portions of the country. Precipitation expected to be near normal here. Again, we'll have almost daily chances for rain next week, but the amounts won't be very high. So whether or not we'll be above or below normal as far as precipitation is concerned, that remains to be seen. But the seasonal outlook for meteorological summer, or June, July, and August, you can see most of the lower 48 states expected to see above normal temperatures, with the highest probabilities being centered out west. And that's also the area that's expected to be the driest, with below normal precipitation expected through the Pacific Northwest, much of the Central Plains, an area that unfortunately is already in a drought. Wisconsin right now expected to see either above or below normal precipitation, equal chances there. Doppler track right now pretty quiet. There are a few sprinkles showing up across parts of central Iowa. That's the weather system that could clip us with a couple of sprinkles of rain tonight. Most areas will stay dry. Temperatures are very comfortable, upper 60s to lower 70s, just a tad below normal. But notice how the dew point temperatures have dropped. Yesterday they were in the mid 60s. Those are down toward the Ohio River. Now we're seeing that drier air with dew points in the 30s and 40s coming from the north and west. That'll mean cooler nights. Daytime high temperatures, though, still pretty close to normal, although just a tad below where we should be. You can see the jet stream right now right over us continues to sag southward through time. That will take most of the shower and thunderstorm activity and keep it to our south for the next few days, but at least the northwesterly winds near the ground keeping temperatures a little bit below normal. Highs in the lower 70s, a little trough of low pressure coming in from the northwest, just helping to reinforce the cool air. But you can see these temperatures, upper 60s to lower 70s. We'll see similar temperatures for the next couple of days. For tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 73 degrees, mostly sunny skies, a pleasant day overall. On future track, and here comes that slight chance for a shower overnight, a very slight chance. Skies already clearing out by tomorrow morning. Lots of sunshine during the day tomorrow, highs in the lower 70s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low temperatures in the lower 50s, and then back to sunny skies on Friday with high temperatures in the lower 70s. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, shower and thunderstorm chances come back by the weekend. Highs, you can see, very similar, lower 70s all the way through next week, and almost a daily chance of rain, but much of the time it won't be raining, so don't expect a washout on any given day. As we take a look at first warn traffic, right now we're seeing delays on the Beltline. This is the Beltline at Rimrock Road. These are the eastbound lanes. You can see stop and go traffic, especially in the right lane. Right now, delays on the eastbound Beltline from almost from Stoughton Road back to west of Verona Road. As far as travel times are concerned, a half hour on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 18 minutes going back in the westbound direction. No problems on I-3990 from the Beltline to Janesville or US 12 Middleton to Sauk City. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue, US 151, about a minute more than normal, 19 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. The United States Coast Guard charting new waters today. Meet the first female chief of any U.S. military service. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save today with 11% off everything now at Menards. Attract a wide variety of birds to your yard with all-purpose feed from Enchanted Garden. We carry a great selection of high-quality blends. Get a 20-pound bag for $7.99 after 11% rebate. Update your patio or sunroom with new indoor-outdoor carpet. Ashbury carpet is UV protected to help prevent fading. Only 79 cents a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Who do you see when you look in the mirror? Do crow's feet, wrinkles, and under-eye bags make you look 10 years older than you feel? Let's face it, aging isn't fun. We all want to look our best, so we feel our best. But injections and procedures can be expensive and painful. There's a temporary, better way to love your reflection. And that better way is Plexiderm.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? That absolutely blows me away. I feel better, and when you feel better, you shine. And when you shine, the whole world loves you, and that's a great feeling. Hi, my name is Robin, and this is what Plexiderm does for me. I shine. So I feel so much younger when I use the Plexiderm. I feel like I look half my age, and I'm not exaggerating. I feel great.
Wow, that's incredible. What a difference. I think I look great. 10 years younger at least. There's been creams, there's been lotions, concealers. Nothing works like this. And in just a few minutes, it's amazing. The crow's feet, developed those about 10 years ago. And these little lines around my mouth, where did they come from? And I put this on and bam, they're gone. Just in a couple of minutes, I can't believe it. They're gone.
Forget the pain and expense of injections or in-office procedures and try the 10-minute solution that lasts for up to 10 hours. Plexiderm is so easy. Just make sure you have a clean, dry face and apply a small amount because it's so powerful. Wait a few minutes, then your bags and wrinkles will visibly disappear.
I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years young.
See the Plexiderm difference for yourself this Memorial Day with our $14.95 starter offer. Just visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I'm Alex Lasry, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lasry, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The new commandant of the U.S. Coast Guard has shattered a glass ceiling today, becoming the first female chief of any U.S. military branch.
Admiral Linda Fagan took the oath as commandant in a ceremony attended by the president. Natalie Brand has more.
History made. Admiral Linda Fagan becomes not only the first woman and mom to serve as Commandant of the U.S. Coast Guard, but the first female officer to lead a branch of the U.S. Armed Forces.
I'm honored and humbled to serve as your Commandant. I've always been inspired by the Coast Guard professionals serving in all our missions around the world.
It's about time.
President Biden, who nominated Admiral Fagan to the position, says her new role sends a message that women have a place in protecting their country at the highest level.
There are no doors closed to women. And I might add, that includes her daughter, Coast Guard Lieutenant Eileen Fagan.
Admiral Fagan, a mother of 2 daughters, has served across 7 continents during 4 decades in uniform. She graduated from the Coast Guard Academy in 1985, just the 6th class that included women. Admiral Fagan, who was unanimously confirmed by the U.S. Senate, says one of her top priorities will be increasing diversity within the service.
We will continue to focus on diversity, inclusion, equity, eliminating barriers.
That goal echoed by the outgoing Commandant, Admiral Carl Schultz.
To remain the world's best, we must also be the world's most inclusive.
Minorities currently make up roughly 30% of active duty Coast Guard personnel, and women 15%. But 40% of the incoming U.S. Coast Guard Academy class will be women, now with a new leader charting the course for them and future generations. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And Admiral Fagan is the 27th Commandant of the U.S. Coast Guard since 1889. The U.S. Coast Guard was first established back in 1790. And we'll have a final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
As of 2022, TSR Concrete Coatings has coated nearly 11 million square feet of concrete, and we've completed over 15,000 jobs. If we haven't met yet, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here we transform your old, cracked garage floor from this to this in just one day. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, apply our base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. And our floors are ridiculously easy to clean. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, and we have our own in-house team ready to answer any questions you may have before and after your install. To learn more or get your new floor, visit the website or call us at the number shown below today. One day floor.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm gonna gag or I'm gonna go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like, you gotta leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this Memorial Day by ordering Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Well, while it's sunny now, there are a couple of tiny sprinkles showing up on radar across eastern Iowa. It's possible we could see a stray shower at some point tonight. Temperatures right now very nice, between about 70 and 75. Look for a low tonight of about 52, high tomorrow about 73, but rain chances come back by the weekend, and stick around for much of next week.
CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.